Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'll be showing you how to correctly set up your new Samsung 4K UHD Blu-ray player and 4K TV so you get the best picture possible. I would just like to say before we start that I do have a Samsung TV. I do apologize if you have a different brand, but if you do have a similar Samsung TV, you'll be able to follow along. Alright, we'll be starting off with the Blu-ray player settings first. So here we are at the home screen. Yes, I was watching the Lego movie. We're going to go down here to Settings. Now we're here on the Picture tab. So we're not going to worry about 3D. The aspect ratio should stay at 16:9. BD-wise, you'll want this off. Ideally, if you have both a Samsung Blu-ray player and a Samsung TV, this feature would allow them to work together, so to speak, and select the optimal resolution and picture settings, but it never quite works out, so we're going to turn that off. For the resolution, you'll want this to forcibly output 2160p, might as well if you have a 4K TV. Movie frame, that can stay on auto. DVD conversion, this can be turned off. The fit screen, I don't know why anyone would choose other than size 4. Size 4 makes use of the whole screen. Now, HDMI color format. Here's where we run into some problems. It's supposed to be set to auto or even YCBCR, but many have reported, myself included, that it messes with the colors too much or not enough. Setting it to RGB enhanced really makes the colors come alive and not be so dull. But because this is indeed 4K content, YCBCR should be the better option, but until we hear otherwise, I'd change it. Here's another setting that was another topic of debate, HDMI deep color. I've tested this setting many times, and I've found that it does slightly improve the image quality. I've gotten no negatives keeping this on, and since it does make a difference, I would leave it on auto. So that is how I optimize the Samsung Blu-ray player. Up next is the TV, which is a little more work to it. Alright, so now we're going to do the TV. We're going to go into the menu settings here at the top. Okay, and now we're on the picture tab. For picture mode, I've set it to movie. There are other options, but with movie mode, you just get more control over the picture settings. For the backlight, I've set it sorta high. I understand most people have it lower, but I just like it having a bright picture. Contrast is set to 90, brightness 45, sharpness 27. Color and tint can stay the same. Picture size, you don't need to touch. Don't worry about 3D. Don't worry about picture-in-picture. Alright, advanced settings. Dynamic contrast. This will be the closest thing you'll get to having HDR on a non-HDR TV. Let me show you. Some people have it off completely, but I have it on the highest setting just because it gives the image a bigger pop and makes it much more vibrant. The black tone, it's more up to you. It just makes the blacks blacker, but not terribly noticeable. The rest of these settings, like flush tone and gamma, all these stay the same, so don't touch them. So let's go back to the other menu. Okay, so now we're in picture options. The first setting is up to you. It's the color tone. If you want the picture temperature warmer or cooler, I just like it set a little bit warm, so it's just your preference. Digital clean view and MPEG noise filter can be turned off. You don't need those. HDMI black level set to auto. It just looks nicer that way. Now this one is very important. There was a lot of talk about having this turned off due to issues, but when turned on it caused problems with picture quality. But the settings that I've showed you should fix that. Basically, you want to make sure your port that the Blu-ray player is plugged into is set to receive HDMI UHD color. To give you an idea, I have the Blu-ray player, the Xbox One, and the Roku hooked up to my receiver, which then feeds into this box, which then connects to the back of the TV. I don't know if you can see that, but anyways, so for me, essentially, my Blu-ray player is connected to port number 4, and I've set that to on. If you change that for the first time, your TV will restart, and you'll be all good to go. So that's all there is to it. The rest you can customize to your own preferences, but Overall, this is the most ideal setup to achieve the best possible picture from your new 4K Blu-rays. I've done a ton of trial and error and done test after test, so I mean it doesn't get much better than this. This customization works across the 4 Blu-rays that I have, and they all look spectacular on it. So if you do have any questions or comments, I'll be happy to try and help you. And well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.